I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
It should have been me, not her.
Don't say that.
This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
Your friend gave you the chance to not repeat history. Don't waste it. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Gone but not dead.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did.
Went to touch the mirror.
And what that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror.
Were you leaning
There's this
towards
feeling,
Hades
I
not
don't-
dead? Or it was
I
possessed?
still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror. To speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command. Or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
Can these fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol.
Talk about a lot.
They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey, from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So
Why did it need to be
Freddy
death
hadn't
blood?
interfered.
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
Punish sinners.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out
What
of
does she
options,
want,
Apollo.
Apollo?
And you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Enough,
know the way
both of you.
he can contact
This
the
isn't
Fates.
helping anyone.
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The
He's
Fates
connected to
will
the Fates, aren't
respond
he?
to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead.
Wait, so they'll respond to
What
you?
I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
A little bit.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Is that
Hey,
something we
Hades
can do?
isn't down there.
Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't
OG
much to
Hades is
overthrow.
dead. We didn't know
Few
if someone
mortals still
replaced him,
believe
not
in
true.
Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to Hades and find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Huh?
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Is there really no other way to talk to these fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Oh, it's another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't.
An open sign on the wall
I'm sorry.
and a
But
closed sign on
this
the
is
door.
a step too far.
And
It
consider
can't be
this,
since
Apollo.
Hades is only working in the
Grace's
underworld,
mortal
even his
friend
throne
was
is
slain
where
by
he
the
goes to live.
Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Sucker.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me
Famous is the only one
anything.
who
And you
can
want me to
pass
get
the
in
Hades
huge
domain.
trouble, but for what?
No one can go there. Same as she said, no one
Freddy's
can go
dead,
to the
Hermes.
reliquary. What
When
does
did that
Athena know
happen?
she's not
She
saying?
was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay.
That was easy.
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
How would you signal?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go. Welcome to the real underworld.
Mihalos, the god of the sun, isn't allowed to be in Hades.
Wow.
Wow.
It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's
Probably.
what you're here for.
Yep.
I'm gonna fight him?
You're gonna sing.
Oh, you'll see.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the
Orpheus is a
underworld to
poet
retrieve his
musician.
love, Eurydice, and left with nothing.
Calliope was the muse of poetry.
Hades tricked him, you see. And with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
I need the toilet. So I was true, Hades has no ear. Yeah.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Might get to sing with Sharon. Oh, something's creaky. Oh, he's huge. Hello.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not
Caron?
here to entertain you.
Hey there! I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun.
The
Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
I thought it was Sharon, not Corone. I've always people call him Sharon. Ooh, my powers yourself. That. My man's got no arms.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne. she
What if
leads
Sharon
to
actually
queen.
sings?
We're here for Freddie, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had
Well,
no
that was
right to
hilarious.
take it from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't
Why is
know
pause?
where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
We
coming.
might have a problem.
A wolf is waiting in the
This
tomb.
bard's already
Someone's
dead,
coming.
but you can defeat him.
I can feel them howling at the
My
moon.
help.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long.
Right.
You brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way.
Thanks.
Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny. Welcome to my
Was Sharon to sing? But he didn't really
Introduce
talk,
song.
so. Unless he's gonna come back in later.
I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests? Questions?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go.
Huh?
You're asking the wrong person.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react?
Thanks for the hydrate.
It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die.
I have nothing but a dark and empty hole, wanting something to fill a shallow soul. I am the king of constant sorrow with a throne room.
It's not your throne, Orpheus.
It will be until you admit you were wrong.
I wouldn't go there. It's too much for you. And I'm not
Excuse me?
sorry for your mistake.
Orpheus, you could stop this song now. Or better yet, we could work this all out. There's a new day coming.
That would require Persephone to listen, would it not?
I've heard enough.
So much for your new day, dear muse.
It wasn't your fault. You were never to blame.
Second choose Persephone, then
Was
do a
monster.
truce.
We were part of his game. Orpheus, where's your fire? when will the music return?
Did Orpheus and Persephone have a thing?
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
You both exist somewhere on the border between real and imagined, the living, the dead. So how
Am I gonna take
can
the
this
throne?
place be everything you dreamed of? You both deserve more. You must let it go. You both deserve more than this stupid throne.
We have been fools.
That worked?
You're right.
Nope, she hated
Yet,
Hades because
what
he
about
kidnapped
the
her, but
throne?
Hades loved her so
We can't
much.
just leave
But that's
it
not
empty,
Hades, that was
can
Orpheus.
we?
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair. There.
How did I do that?
You dare. What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about. I thought we could help each other, but no, you would rather lecture me. So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
That was a big demonstration.
My plan?
Orpheus
It's
is
exactly
son
the
of
same as it was
news
before.
You've lost me.
What?
Come on, Persephone. Do you expect me
Wow.
to believe you haven't been waiting for this since you met me? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the Fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
Bitch!
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
Wow. I thought maybe there's some limit to her cruelty. Maybe she's not as bad as she seems. But it's not true. You really are just that heartless, aren't you?
You're the one who destroyed my throne, Grace. You started this.
And you never intended to help me. Right from the start. It was all to get what you wanted.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Bullshit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Persephone and Aphrodite had a mutual mortal lover called Adonis. Ooh. He destroyed the throne of Hades. Freddy! He's corporeal?
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Without you?
Yeah. Without me.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Well, I don't blame you. I had
happened to be really good company.
Yeah, you were. Your jokes were awesome.
Hey, no. I guess this is it, huh? Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone
Calliope?
you really need to
What?
meet.
Hey, girl.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My
Idols don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
So Aphrodite's plan would never have won.
Memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
I, guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
Yeah, is it
We parted
girlfriend?
ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Because the veil
Why
had
didn't
lifted
you
at that
come
point.
to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Beg your pardon?
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you?
He told me shit, love.
No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
I got time.
I don't know about you, but I have all the time in the world. Okay,
Two
yeah,
jokes.
bad joke. But I really do need to hear this.
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
Athena.
No.
Called it.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
you went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels
Any
guilty
closer to
enough.
who the
my
killer is.
love.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Yeah, they do.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Do you blame Athena for what she did?
I do.
She wanted to save the idols. And I wanted that too.
Well, I blame her. And Apollo for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
There's the power activating. We're gonna sing a song farewell?
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were.
I'm not crying, you're
so
crying.
far from shore.
I'm not crying on the simple fact I want to know how we're going to stop Athena from trying to kill me.
It's time to
You won't, good luck. Thanks, Death.
go. I know where to go.
I am sad we can't save Frankie.
Or
Freddy.
Across the storming seas, I've had a compass bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you
Everyone seems at
stray,
peace at least.
you
Yeah.
will find your way, but it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It was quick and so was I. I was not prepared to die, but Grace, I choose this, and I know you'll get by. It's time. So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud, Grace.
Thanks, Dad.
Freddy, I gave everything to watch you go.
Yeah, as soon as they get blood on their knives, they swanned off somewhere else.
Now it's time to go. It's time to go.
Seems a little testy.
You've returned.
Yeah. Well, you're not expecting that, Apollo? Made a difficult decision, just let someone go. Kill this person
And
then
I
kill
see
the person.
Freddy isn't with you.
Go eat dinner, I'm mad.
I'm so sorry,
We've still
Grace.
gotta kick Athena's ass.
Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
None of us got anything. Persephone didn't get her throne. I didn't get Freddy back. And talking to the Fates was never gonna happen.
So it was all for nothing.
Oh, not at all. It actually proved quite productive. We heard about your prophecy, Apollo. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes.
See, that's why he was always been so
I did.
standoffish with us.
Why did you say you'd help? You could have stayed out of
Disappeared
it.
for a second there.
I tried that. You wouldn't let me.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
Whatever you were trying to do, Apollo, you failed. We know the prophecy now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
So tell me all of it,
Isn't the
because I'm
prophecy
sure there's
open
something
to
missing.
interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
Tell me it word for word. No interpretation, just what you know.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Or not. But we stayed back to not say anything. Yeah.
I don't know
but
how this will affect your trial. We could
He
tell
could
them
have
what we've
helped
learned.
without saying anything.
Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
What should I do?
Great.
I think that's probably why she said you'd die even when you said Kublai gave you her powers. Yeah.
Pan? Are you here?
Probably not. We told Athena we spoke to him.
Pan! All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore.
Give you
You're
a
not
week
here
to
to
guess
yell at
this is the
me,
final.
are you?
Yeah.
That depends. Do you still think I'm a lost cause? Dead woman walking?
I think if anyone could find a way out of this predicament, it would be you.
Very carefully said.
I certainly thought so. I've been practicing in a mirror and everything. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Care to tell me what it is? It's been said I can be a fine listener. I might even have some advice. One never knows.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
I called that from the fucking start.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Flee the city.
What?
I know people
What do
who
we
know
have to
people.
lose?
I could take you.
Yes, you
If
are,
we went
Pam,
far
but
enough,
revives
even
partners.
Athena might let you go.
You don't sound very sure of that.
No. No, I don't. I'm not good at this part.
Which part?
This. Regret. Being a survivor means you get used to doing things you would rather not.
You don't fool me, Pan. You act like you don't care about anyone but yourself, that you don't feel things like guilt. But it's just an act. You didn't kill Calliope, but
Yeah.
you still feel responsible, don't you? That's why
Her
you came to
dignity and
me.
her life.
That's why you sent me to the reliquary.
We did
You
flirt with
just
him a lot,
can't admit
so
you're
he
not the
likes us.
heartless monster you think you are.
Do consider my offer. There's no reason for you to go to trial quietly. Like a good little girl.
See you around, Pan. If I survive, I'll want to celebrate.
Eating's moving my wig. If I break the illusion, just take it off. Hey, Persephone.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Well, I forgive you, if that makes it any easier.
You forgive me? I should be the one forgiving you.
Or
Well, do you?
Fine. Yes, if that's what you want, yes. Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
you okay? Yeah, found out.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier
Hey,
than
nerd.
his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
No, girl, how do I miss you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
Okay.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
He hasn't done that topic once this entire
Oh,
week.
sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I thought that said Pornhub on her back there.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me?
Yes.
After all you've been through?
I lost Freddy. I can't lose anyone else.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings.
What warnings?
You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Well, couldn't it be? You said yourself, prophecies don't always work the way you think they will.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that.
Do you not believe your own words?
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
There's nothing to forgive, Apollo. You did what you could for a friend. You didn't owe me anything.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
Do you think we're gonna die? Sing song time.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze.
It's the first song.
I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
It's the song that made Calliope pick me.
I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned
Huzzah.
away one
Hey, Wolf.
by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, no breeze. I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen.
Bug?
In your heart, we remain. You do not sail in vain. In my heart, you remain. I do not sail in vain. Okay, here we go. Hello?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
He knows I know. Do you think Hermes knows that she's the killer? Now you are the only one since Calliope is dead, but can you create more muses? Because Calliope was the last.
Welcome to Old
She
Olympus,
wasn't expecting
dear.
Calliope to pass on, because she wasn't due to pass on her Eidolon for 11 months. So can you create another muse? Like split the Eidolon in half and create
Is
two?
this a real place?
Because there was originally 3.
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing.
Because that's another way to interpret it. If the last muse must die,
Let's
create
begin,
more.
shall we?
Hey, Pam. I'll find out in a minute.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you.
Maybe
We
it's just their
few
time
who
to die.
remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived. How do you know it's true? How can you be so certain? Each time we pass on our Eidolon, we become a little less. It is, however, not solely that. I have had Hecate researching the matter for decades, and her results are conclusive. We are diminishing. I am
Yes, you
at
hadn't
this
had contact
trial
with
to
anyone.
tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I will save you. Trust in me, Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
Even murder.
You'll do anything? It must be difficult. Feeling as if
That's like the only way I'm going to
everything
survive
is
this
on your
is
shoulders,
if no one
and yours
agrees with
alone.
her.
One moment of weakness and it all falls apart. You've been doing this for so long, you don't even know how to stop, do you? Oh, dear child, why on earth would I stop? Because what you've done is wrong. If it wasn't, then why not come clean? Go on.
God,
Tell them about Apollo's
reason and
prophecy.
wisdom.
The idols
Sure.
cannot continue so long as the last muse
That's her
lives.
title, but she isn't. I haven't watched
Isn't
enough
that
to be
how
able
it
to make a
goes?
decision. True.
It's true.
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her. You couldn't have.
I did.
Yes, I could. There's more to an idol than just the Eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it. Just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena. No, I do not accept this. You are lying. You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy? Tell them.
Oh, we're going to sing song. I will agree. I'm a partially colorblind, so yes, you had a
Yes,
win.
it's
I did.
me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you
That's
cry,
more green tea.
hooray, once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things.
Thank you, goddess
for
of
you.
wisdom, to confess.
All these things that you are not prepared to do. You, it's not just you. Time to put you in check. There are close to you, irritating speck. Aren't you aware? Sorry, little bird. It's time. These people time to wring your neck.
Leave her alone. She's not where the disease is. You want a tumor? Cut out me, sis.
And?
Won't get a fight here. No shining night here. I'm only here for the dance. And I don't wanna dance with blood on my hands.
You do that for me?
Redemption could be nice.
None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through.
Not the Furies.
In case you're considering some gallant thing, listen to me. I need you to cool it, no taking a bullet. I won't let you be that kind of a guy. The one who leaps off into the void to help the crops to grow. Oh no, death is not the only way to go.
See? Birth. It would be like, this is all written, not my problem. It's a bop. They've all been bops. It's been brilliant. And?
I only wanna dance with you.
Yeah, she likes us.
What a sweet eternity.
I was so low, I nearly withdrew. Now I'm here because she inspired me.
You're not gonna do this again. We're not going through this again.
We're so weak as dancing. Yeah. Not knowing which body to pick, that's their weakness.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place?
You set off hoping you could get to somewhere right, but it's been too many years.
Don't get too close, I still don't trust her.
Mainland was in sight. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this.
I forgive you, Athena.
Look into me. I know what I see. Yes, a monster. I've met monsters who weren't monsters. I'm a monster to me. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry, all of you. I wish Calliope could know it too. She does. She hears you.
So who took over Poseidon's job, you think? Forgive but not forget. Oh, we took the high road.
Are you finished?
So why am I angry?
You've been talking forever.
We're done. Yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
For the moment, but it appears we're about to have a repeat of what happened in Hades.
What does that mean?
Someone's gonna usurp the throne?
Perhaps you should explain, Pan.
Think
It
one
was
of
your
the river
notion,
gods-
after all.
Oh, I'm still him since he just
It's
went
not
to the
that
ocean.
complicated,
True, true.
really. We're going to disband the chorus.
Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
That sounds like a terrible
You're
idea.
planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
Yes.
Life is full of risks, my dear. Some of us will go into hiding, but for the rest of us, no more rules. No more living in the shadows. It's done.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Terrible idea.
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
A campaign? You make it sound like preparing for battle.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed.
I know there's a great deal left to be done, but if you all wouldn't mind, I'd like a moment alone with Grace.
We'll be outside. Make it quick.
No one cares about sub-cops. We only care about the 9 main gods.
Well, congratulations are in order, are they not? You've survived and proved me entirely wrong.
And fulfilled the prophecy while I was at it.
I was thinking the very same thing.
Apollo once said you don't realize the truth of a prophecy until it's already too late.
Thanks for the hydrate.
This one said the idols couldn't continue.
So long as the last muse lived, which you have. And we are indeed not continuing.
Not like before, no. If only Athena could have understood there were possibilities beyond mere survival.
That is the other route my brain took.
I meant what I sang. I am not a good man. If Athena had taken me up on my offer, the idols would have been better off. But I can try to be
What was
better.
his offer?
You make me want to try.
Then you'll need to try pretty hard. I don't want any more lies. Not even lies by omission.
I shall be as open and forthright as an
Pardon,
unclever
Abby?
child.
I'm serious.
I can be many things, Grace. Even earnest. As long as it means you'll still dance with me from time to time.
Of course.
I think I can manage that.
Ready to face the music? One more time.
Always.
Act 3. 2 months later?
Of course you're all here. In my apartment.
Tell him I said thank you.
Why
I said
wouldn't
thank
you
you.
We were waiting for you.
I thought, what's the first thing Grace would like to see when she returns home? The answer was obvious. Me.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
Exhausted by the
I'm
look of it.
exhausted.
The Oracle has been
Not the music
keenly
again.
following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she
Makes a
talks, you'd
change.
think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Personally, I still can't believe they haven't rounded
not
us up
Freddy, I
yet
don't
for
care.
dissection.
Freddie was
It
epic.
helps that most people think the idols are some kind of stunt.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Where do you think
Eros
they went?
sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
Quite possibly she missed being adored by the masses. Who wouldn't really?
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol, doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
I have. She left the city, as she felt uncomfortable with all the attention on the idols.
Terrified, you mean?
It was more that mortals expected the goddess of wisdom to have sage advice, and she no longer trusts her judgment.
Understandable.
Perhaps that's for the best, really.
You don't still worry about her, brother, after all she's done?
I think of her off in the far north, living alone in the wilderness, punishing herself until the end of her days. I know it's her own
So
choosing.
do they actually get old, or are they actually immortal?
It seems like such a waste.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
Was I imagining things, or was that scoundrel starring in a commercial for footwear? Branding.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media
Only
darling.
Athena
Or
Is
so the Oracle
understandable.
tells me.
Yeah.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
What about Hecate and Asterion?
They
Are
stay
they still
together.
at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
It doesn't hurt that they seem enraptured with each other's company.
If only he hadn't finally confessed to Hecate where some of her missing books went.
Aw, did you have to give back your precious trophies, Pan?
Worse! She has me running errands. I'm searching for relics like some vagabond treasure hunter.
Having fun, you mean?
That too. I must admit, fleeing from boulder traps is more thrilling than you'd imagine.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She was. For a few months.
There was an, incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Oh no.
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly. We're not certain where.
Meaning what? Medusa is roaming the streets? Doing whatever
Did that
she
say
likes?
she just ate a cat?
Not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her, appetite, so she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere.
I choose to believe she's become some kind of secret agent for the mortals, turning their enemies to stone.
It was her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband? He's alive?
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
I'd like to know what's kept you busy, Pan.
Oh, you know me. A little of this, a little of that.
Pining after you, relentlessly.
I'm not pining. Well, yes, I am, but I'm also busy. I'm producing an album of music, you see.
You? You're gonna cut an album?
I'm not doing the singing myself, no. I'm what's called a producer. I seek out talent and bring them into my new studio, you see. Just let them lie around and feel the creative juices flowing.
Where did you get a studio?
Not all of us immortals are broke, dear lad. Some of us managed our money, and I thought,
He did it for you, Grace.
Aww.
I know you're busy saving
the
us
stuff
idols
goes
from the
away.
mortals, but I thought at some point you might like to return to your music.
That is uncharacteristically thoughtful and romantic. I'm impressed.
I can be a romantic, a rogue, and a hip satyr all at the same time. A true Renaissance man, as they say.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
I told you you don't need to keep doing that.
You'll marry the Oracle.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
I wonder how this ends if you don't convince them not to kill you.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not unless you count my many trips to Hades. No. It's business as always.
Ooh, where are you going
Trips
to
to
Hades?
Hades.
You going to see Calliope?
I am no longer its queen, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. And Hades is changing. Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is stirring.
You do have a way of darkening almost any mood, don't you? What happened to that sweet girl of yore?
She went to hell, Pan.
Is this something we should be concerned about, sister?
Not yet. I'll let you know. As for everything else, the club
Sharon
continues,
starts
more
to sing
popular
I
than
Wanna
ever.
Come.
The world turns. What more is there to say?
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Don't be modest. It deserved to be toppled. You did a fine job.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Why did everyone just get sad?
Perhaps a round of drinks at the underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
If it's all the same to you both, Grace and I will be along shortly.
We're gonna get.
Don't take too long, you two, or we'll start drinking without you.
Oh, we can. Oh.
Alone, at last.
I thought they'd never leave.
Oh.
I thought I'd seen everything. I thought who I was all I could be. You know you changed the tune we've all been dancing to. Even this immortal satyr's got a move when he sees you. And so I say, let's do it. Momentum's never
Want to do
bad.
the woohoo like in
Who
a
knows who
sense.
we'll be when we reach the end of night. Life that is lived lies between black and white. I rarely do pairs, but with you, it feels right.
Is that a proposal? Did he just propose?
You've thrown the board all pieces askew. Any plans I had pale next to you. What will you do now your life's in your hands? Is there more room for pan? I am a scoundrel, truth be told. I live my
I'll be here for
life
this.
with
My
all
panty
of
baby
my
today.
soul. I'll apologize till we're made whole. Oh, Grace, it's my heart that you stole. Come take my hand, come take a chance.
Is he proposing?
I don't do slow. Come, Grace, let's share this dance.